Well, they are finally here. The prototypes of Byton M-Byte are in the United States. They're going to start testing just in a few days, and you could be one of the lucky people who will see them on the road. I can't wait to see one myself. Hopefully going to go on the ride along. But there are a couple of other really exciting news that are coming out of Byton. I know I haven't done an update on them in a couple of months, even though they're the sponsors, but there's quite a few activities going on in the last couple of weeks, and all of it just indicates that they're still on track to get this baby on the road by the end of the year in China and next year in the United States and Europe. So let me show you some footage. I'm also going to show you what the factory looks like right now, because they're pretty much finished, and they also did the body in white, just rolled out of the conveyor belt the other day. All of this is coming up next. Welcome to E4Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. And of course, thank you so much to my Patreon community for supporting this independent channel. If you want to become a Patreon, and one of the perks is you get to watch all of these videos live, go to the description of this video or just patreon.com/E4Electric. Thank you guys for your support. All right. This is one of the prototypes. I believe the total of them is about 12. About a dozen or more. This is why it's important for you guys to go and follow me on Instagram, because once I'm there, probably next week or week after, I'll take more pictures and videos, but this is just going to be for my Instagram audience, so make sure to follow me at E4Electric. But look at all these babies rolling out of the truck, and these are all done, up to the United States and European standards. I mean, this has been, one of the concerns. Can really they produce the cars in China, but yet to be up to our standards? Well, now I think those concerns have also gone away, because now we know that Tesla has a factory going on by the end of the year in China as well. So this is no longer a big deal, but some people were kind of concerned. I never was, because the guy who runs the factory, and as a matter of fact, a lot of people running this company, this is not their first rodeo, right? They've come from BMW and Tesla and Infiniti and so forth. As a matter of fact, I remember when I talked to Karsten Breinfeld, the former CEO of the company, and I asked, I said, Karsten, have you learned anything as far as, all the Tesla issues that they've had with manufacturing and so forth? And I remember he said, Alex, we know how to make cars, okay? We don't need to reinvent the production process in order to reinvent the car. And I kind of thought for a second. I was like, oh, wow, he's actually right. So yeah, no, it's great. When we were in Nanjing in June, we talked to the guy in charge of the factory, and he seemed to have everything completely 100% planned out. We've peppered him the questions for, I think, a couple of hours, and it seemed like he had an answer for everything. And it looks like it's actually coming to fruition, which is a great news. Now, there's another thing that's going on, and it is the body in white that rolled out of the conveyor belt. As you can see, this is the first signature, and this is all signatures on it. Now, the body in white, it's a term where kind of industry term that now being used more and more, because a lot of these manufacturers are starting to produce their cars. This is basically when they put the very first body together, throughout the whole production process, and thus kind of validating that everything is in place and they can actually create the body of these cars, and everything is set to roll with it. So this is another big deal. I think that happened about a week ago. As you can see, there's a video of that as well. So boom, once again, I like a lot of things about this brand, and mainly as a consumer what the car is going to be, but sort of as somebody who follows the electric car news, what I like about this brand is that they have been on point and on schedule with everything that they've promised. And I've even though they've had a bit changes in some of the management, as you probably know, Daniel. Here's me talking to him on a few occasions, actually, and this was actually in Nanjing. He's now the new CEO. He was already a president from before, and he looks like he's keeping everything on track and on schedule, and I cannot wait to see these cars driving around on the streets in China. I'm not sure if I'm going to see it in person, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them in person here in the United States. Now, let me show you some of the footage of what the factory looks like right now. You guys are going to be blown away. Before that, of course, let me remind you that this video and this channel are sponsored by Byton. This car is actually going to be starting at only $45,000, and there's over 50,000 reservations around the world. I'm one of them. You should be as well. It's a zero money down and only about 60 seconds of your time. I really don't know why in the world why anybody would not do it. So if you haven't, go to the description of this video, click on the link and reserve your Byton today. All right, so if you remember, I visited their headquarters in Nanjing back in June, and this was the only building that we saw over there when they were still kind of making their original prototypes. As you can see, boom, nothing but the dirt. They were just kind of breaking the ground. This is something that you probably have seen a similar footage when we see footage of the Tesla factory that was building out. But check this out. This is the footage from the last few weeks. And this factory looks absolutely amazing. Look, it's pretty much done. Check out that building that's shaped into their logo. I love that touch. I actually didn't know that that's what's going on. And when we were talking there about, about this factory and how they're designing it, and, they have put so much of their experience into kind of creating a perfect factory, if you will, for this car. Because don't forget, they're starting from scratch, not only just with the car, but also with the factory. So you can really, really get it perfect. They have a lot of Chinese partners that those partnerships were, and investors were not just, kind of just here's some money. They've helped with so many different things. As you can see, like all of this stuff needs to be designed. The equipment needs to be there. And I cannot believe that what I'm like looking at right now, because it was nothing but dirt only 10 months ago. So this, when I'm watching this, I'm excited because I remember when they just rolled out that prototype on the stage, and I was like, what is this Byton thing? Like, is this like startup, like another startup? And I was really at first kind of skeptical, just like a lot of other people. But now that I've kind of traveled the journey with them, and I've met a lot of their team, and I've been to their factory, and I've been to their headquarters here in China, and I've seen the cars, and I've ridden in the cars. My God, guys, I really, 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 really in love with this brand. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are saying, well, you're in love with this brand because they're sponsoring this channel. Actually, they're sponsoring this channel because I'm in love with the brand. I fell in love with it for a while back, and they've only been sponsoring the channel for a couple of months. So, yeah, listen, I'm actually looking forward to your comments, because I remember the first, back like a year ago, the comments were very cautious. But now I see more and more people who are really supporting this brand, who are actually considering the car, which I think they should. A lot of Tesla owners considering this as a second car, because, essentially Tesla is not going to be coming out with an SUV like this, right? Sort of kind of if you've ever seen the inside of this car is absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm looking forward to the comments from you guys in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to get on our VIP list. We produce a bonus story for all of you guys for free, and then we send out on Saturday, which means it's tomorrow, along with a deal of the month. As you know, we send out some discount codes. This one is for $50 off for one of the most popular items in the Evernext store. So go to e4electric.com/VIP. All right, looking forward to your comments for this video. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.